So today's video is definitely going to be different than what I typically put out. We are going to be talking all things homeschool. So it's definitely going to be a chatty video. I'm going to be sharing and talking about what curriculum we are using, some of our curriculum fails this year, and just how I go about organizing our homeschool throughout our homeschool year. I did go ahead and purchase a 3-tier card organizer that I wanted to share with you guys, as well as how I organize everything that we use for our homeschool. I have not created a homeschool video, I believe, since sometime last year, so it definitely has been a really long time. I do have subscribers who really enjoy watching my homeschool content, so I definitely wanted to tell you guys that I see you guys and I have not forgotten about you guys. To be honest, homeschool videos do not perform well here on this channel because this is not a homeschool channel. It definitely will not perform well. So if you guys want to see a lot more homeschool videos like these, definitely give this video a thumbs up, which will let YouTube algorithm know that you guys are interested in seeing these type of videos. I do want to commit to doing a lot more homeschool videos, probably doing a homeschool video once a month, something like our homeschool routine or day in the life, just to keep you guys updated on our homeschool journey. So if you guys are new here, welcome. My name is Jamika. I am a single work from home mom. I also homeschool my daughter Soraya, who is a 7th grader. So I have been homeschooling for 3 years now. I started when my daughter was in 5th grade. That's when, you know, everything was happening with COVID and everything. So I decided to just pull her out of public school and homeschool her. And that definitely has been one of the best decisions I've ever made. So this year was a bit challenging for me. With us moving and everything, I feel like we're now at that point where we're feeling more comfortable with figuring out our rhythm and our routine. So one of the mistakes I feel like I've made as a new homeschool mom is really traveling down that rabbit hole of purchasing the latest and greatest, the new curriculum that we may see here on YouTube, instead of establishing consistency at the beginning with the curriculum, especially if a curriculum is working for you in your homeschool. So there are, however, going to be curriculum that just do not work out for you and your family in your homeschool. There was a lot of curriculum that I presented to you guys that just didn't work out, and we did not end up using it. I did end up having to switch a lot of her curriculum mid homeschool year. So I am very big on that saying, what is not broken, don't fix it. That was definitely a rookie mistake on my behalf, but it does happen. I'm going to share with you guys the curriculum we are currently using, and I feel really good about this curriculum. I'm definitely going to be sticking out with this curriculum throughout the rest of her middle school year and high. So I typically will homeschool Monday through Friday. In the morning times, we come together at our kitchen table and we do certain subjects together. I like to call it our morning time. That is when we will do Bible studies. So for Bible study, I've chosen to do Christian Light Education Bible 1. So this is the curriculum here, and it comes with 5 different units. Each unit has 16 lessons. I absolutely love it. This gives Soraya and I the opportunity to actually open up the Bible, read the Bible, and learn God's word. He did have a plan. He told Noah to take animals and birds with him to the ark. He told him to take food for his family and for all the animals. So far we have absolutely been loving Christian Lite education. Once we are finished with this, we're just going to continue on to the second. We also do science together. So last time I spoke to you guys, I told you that we were going to be using Brennan Builders for science. Now, this was one of our fails. Brennan Builders is definitely a really great curriculum. We also picked up the science lab kit. Pretty expensive, but we did go ahead and get it. This turned out to be one of our fails because it was a lot. It just didn't work out for our homeschool. I feel like this is geared towards students who really enjoy doing tons of experiments. I just had to set this to the side, and I ended up going with something I was already familiar with. We have used the Good and the Beautiful handwriting before and absolutely loved it. I was very familiar with their programs already, so I'm not sure why I didn't just already try out their science units. So we just ended up picking up a couple for this year, and so far we absolutely love it. Started geology. She loves learning about rocks and minerals.
Sediments. Some of these sediments will eventually settle and over time become a new layer of sedimentary rocks, continuing a perpetual cycle.
She's actually at the end of this unit study. I think she got about 3 lessons before it is actually over. Once she is done with that, then she's going to be doing the weather and water unit. I mentioned to you guys we were trying out Beowulf's Big Book of Early American History. This is a really thick book, and we only got, I have a little tab right here. So we didn't really get far with this. There is a lot of activity that goes into this here, and you can always pick and choose as to what works for you and your family. It was pretty overwhelming for me, so I just decided to just do more of a literature-based approach. History, we pick and choose who we want to learn about. We do go to the library and pick out books, and she will read them, and then she will write me a narrative paper on that specific person. So I found that doing this for history has been working until I know there is not a perfect history curriculum, but this so far has been working for us. I'm going to continue to do this for her 7th grade year. I did hear that the Good and the Beautiful have a new history curriculum, so I am going to look further into that for her upcoming 8th grade year. For language arts, I actually mentioned that we were going to be trying something new called Write by Numbers. Now, I was trying out their trial, and during the trial, I just felt like it wasn't going to work out for us. Write by Numbers, once again, is a really great company. I really love their approach to writing compositions. However, I feel like that Write by Numbers is geared more towards children who doesn't have a lot of experience with writing. Soraya is a really good writer. She loves to write. That curriculum just didn't work out, and I was really happy to be able to do the trial so that I can see if it was the best fit for our homeschool. The Critical Thinking Code, I mentioned these books to you guys. She actually completed all these books pretty early in our school year. Essential Tips in Technique Writing, Level 1. Building Writing Skills, Level 2. The Sentence Diagramming Writing Skills book as well. Once she completed all of the Critical Thinking Code, it ended up picking up Structure and Style Year 1, Level B. So she is doing this currently. She's also doing the Fix It Grammer Robin Hood, and this is level 3. So with IEW Structure and Style, Soraya has an instructor that she watches the video, Mr. Pudawa, who teaches her language arts, writing, composition, structure, and style. And she watches him and then she goes right into her writing. So this has been one of the best writing composition curriculums out there.
Work we had on last week's.
Just because we are pretty much at the ending of our school year, I just want to keep her on the writing composition instead of adding anything else in with that. Math, and this year Soraya was doing pre-algebra, and hands down, you guys, this math is definitely, I want to say, one of the best math curriculums, especially if math is not your strong point. In our homeschool, math is definitely not one of our strongest points when it comes to a subject. So Denison Math is basically video based. Soraya has an instructor, Mr. Denison, who teaches her the math, and then she will watch his lecture and then actually do the assignment and or test. We have been loving Denison. Soraya is, I believe she got 2 more units way in the back to finish, and then she has completed her pre-algebra for the year. So now I'm going to share with you guys how I organize all of this curriculum that's right in front of me. This here is the brand new 3-tier cart that I purchased from Amazon. I also got these brown file folders from Amazon as well. This is where I am going to be stacking all of her curriculum. So everything that's on this table here, I'm going to organize here on this cart. So this is how we pretty much homeschool everything that we need for our homeschool year, minus like supplies for our science, but everything else is right here in this cart. So I love this 3-tier rolling cart because we don't have a homeschool room, you guys, so we have to homeschool at our kitchen table, and it has been working out perfectly for us. Having this cart definitely made it a lot more convenient because I can just roll it over to the table in the morning and we have everything we need right here on this cart. So this is pretty much our setup for our homeschool supplies right now. So this setup has been working for us in the past, so I kind of arranged it exactly like how we had it before, so I know that it will work well for us. So rolling carts have definitely been around for a while. I've seen so many homeschool moms use these carts to organize their homeschool supplies. So I'm going to show you guys just how I organized it. At the top up here in these magazine file folders is where I keep all of Soraya's core classes. In the first one here, we have a Bible study. So yes, I do consider Bible time a core class here in our homeschool. We have our science right next to that, and then her language arts. And lastly, we have our pre-algebra math back here. So below that, I have organizers down here where we store pens, pencils, scissors, erasers. I did go ahead and purchase a affordable electrical pencil sharpener. So this is where I store that. She has her calculator here, some paper clips and book holders back there. This here is actually her rock and minerals kit that I purchased from the Good and the Beautiful. So I have that there. So these are some of her weekly definitions that we work on throughout the week in her Good and the Beautiful geology curriculum unit. So I just put it in a Ziploc bag and store it on the cart. If I had a homeschool room, I would actually put these on like a whiteboard. That'll make it a little bit more easier so that she can see the word of the week. She also have her ruler right here. It's more easy accessible being on the second level. So I also forgot about this little gadget. It is a pencil eraser shaving vacuum that I purchased for Soraya. So anytime that she has like eraser shavings on the kitchen table, this is really easy access to just grab it and vacuum it. Really love it. So I'm just going to sit that back in the back on the second level where she's able to reach it and use it. Just on the third shelf is her structure and style binder. It couldn't fit in the magazine holder, and a middle school intermediate dictionary. So I store that down here at the bottom just in case she has a word and don't know the definition to it. She know where to reach for her dictionary. So as you can see, you don't need a homeschool room and tons of homeschool supplies in order to homeschool. Homeschool can definitely be done anywhere. The second way I like to stay organized is by using an online planner that has it all. So I like to use Homeschool Planet. I've been using this planner for a year now, and it is a simple way to keep track of all of Soraya curriculum in one place. Now, I am able to create a lesson plan for each one of her core subjects. Although we do homeschool Monday through Friday, there are some days where we are done with all of our subjects by 11 o'clock in the morning, as you guys can see the layout here. So with this planner, I am able to add in our schedule when we have doctor's appointments, field trips, to-do lists, just everything. We are approaching the end of our homeschool year, so I am able to keep track of record keeping for Soraya's 7th grade year. So all of her grades, transcripts, report cards, pretty much everything is right here in this one planner. So this planner has definitely been one of the reasons I can stay organized. It is pretty much a learning curve, but I pretty much got the basics down. So each morning before school, Soraya can just log on and she can have access to all of her assignments for the day. Once she has completed her assignment, she can just click the checkbox, which will then turn green, which will allow me to know that she is all done with the assignment. You can also have the option to print your schedule out, but this planner definitely plays a huge role in how I stay organized throughout my homeschool year. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you are not subscribed but want to tag along on our journey, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you, and I will catch you guys in the next one.